Hey everyone, what's good? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope everybody is staying warm, staying healthy, and I wanted to make a quick video for you all today about a watch that I've had for a little while now. It's a TAG Heuer. Anybody that's seen some of my videos, some of my reviews, know that I'm a big fan of this brand. I think they make a great watch. In fact, on a recent review I made of the Longines Hydro Conquest 39, a watch I really like very much, I kind of indicated that if I had to recommend what watch somebody should start out with, or what watch I would recommend for someone looking for their first nice Swiss-made watch, I think my number one recommendation would be a TAG Heuer. In fact, it may well be this watch, actually. So this is from the Aquaracer line. TAG has a lot of lines, Carrera, Aquaracer, Monaco, and so sometimes it can get a little bit confusing, and the numerical indicators for the watch can get really confusing. So this is a TAG Heuer Aquaracer WAY. I think this is the 111. And it comes in a few different dial colors. This is, of course, the black dial, and it has a blue dial version too. And the watch is actually discontinued, which is kind of unfortunate. It had an MSRP of $1,750. That's a lot of money. But when you consider that it's a TAG Heuer and it's a Swiss-made watch with a highly efficient, highly reliable, and highly accurate Swiss quartz movement, I think the MSRP is probably justified, and more importantly, I think on the secondary market the prices are really good. This watch just offers a tremendous amount of value. Whenever you get the quartz version of a watch, whether it's a quartz Omega Aquaterra or this quartz Aquaracer, the case quality, the bracelet quality, the build quality of those components, the bezel, the dial, the hands, none of that changes between the automatic and the quartz version. The only thing that really changes is the movement. And so if you are okay with a quartz movement, or if you're somebody that prefers a quartz movement, I think that going that route gives you a tremendous amount of value, because you're not paying a premium just for an automatic movement. And in fact, for a lot of these entry-level watches, and this Aquaracer is certainly entry-level for TAG Heuer, the quartz offers you just as much as the automatic for half the price. I mean, put another way, I would much rather have this reliable grab-and-go quartz movement in this kind of entry-level watch rather than a sort of off-the-shelf, unfinished, uninteresting automatic movement. I'm not getting enough value there. Let's talk about this one specifically. I really like the watch. I really, really like the watch. I think it's really well made. I think it's really well done. So this is the Aquaracer. There have been a few different versions of this watch over the years. This is the previous version of it, the discontinued version. The latest version is something called a Solar Graph. That's a cool watch. It's got a solar-powered Citizen EcoDrive based movement. And so it's a solar quartz watch, but this one is just a regular old quartz. And so you unscrew the case back and you replace the battery. That was recently done on this watch. I wonder what the battery life on this is. Probably, I don't know, I would guess 3 to 5 years for a watch like this from TAG Heuer. Anyway, so the watch is 1 millimeters in diameter, maybe 40 or 41 millimeters in diameter. Has a unidirectional bezel. That's really nice, great action, no movement on that. So I was really impressed at the quality of the bezel. I think it's really well done. It was better than I was expecting. This version of the Aquaracer, you can see that they incrementally get better and better and better. Just really well made. I mean, it honestly reminds me a lot of my Omega Aquaterra quartz watch. The build quality is just that good. So 41 millimeters in diameter, screw down crown. It's got a very impressive 300 meter water resistance. I showed you the case back. It's solid. The bracelet is really good. It uses a pin system, which I have no problem with. The links are very solid. They're very easy to move. It's got a milled out works right here, and it has a little bit of micro adjustment in this stamped clasp. And even though the clasp is stamped, you can see it's got a double trigger deployment system. Even though it's stamped, it's like thick and it's really well done. And there is, of course, a dive extension for people like me who are going to be diving with their quartz TAG Heuer Aquaracer. Anyway, I really like it. I love the watch. I think it's really well made. That seconds hand, it hits the markers every single time. And here's something that I have noticed after years of collecting watches. Swiss quartz movements do a much better job of hitting the markers every time compared to Japanese quartz movements. It's just something that I've noticed. I think the Swiss quartz movement, at least in that regard, seems to be better made, better tolerances. You can see the date peeking out there right at 3 o'clock. Easy to read, signed crown. Let me put this thing on the wrist and I'll get back to y'all. Give me a second, okay? All right, we're back, and there you see the TAG Heuer Aquaracer quartz head-on. Just a really cool watch. Easy, simple, really well made, solid construction. Pick one of these up, you'll be impressed by the heft and just the build quality. Nothing, the end links don't jingle and jangle at all. The bezel is super well put together. Crown is really well made, thick crown tube. Honestly, really impressed with this. Let's try it on the wrist. So easy. I mean, it's just like perfect. And so it's just really easy to wear and it feels really good on the wrist. It's nice and thin, of course, because it's a quartz movement. And I really like the watch. I mean, I really do. And this is, I mean, it's weird. I have some expensive watches and some inexpensive watches, and I have some really expensive watches. And I find that these entry-level, well-made quartz watches just last a long time in my collection. I mean, they're just so well made. It's so much watch for the money. And it's something that I can just like pick up and walk out the door with, and it just works. I mean, you know, it's just really well made. And the styling of this particular one is just really classical. I'm really disappointed that TAG Heuer is getting away from these more affordable quartz watches at the bottom end of their range, because as I said before, they offer just tremendous build quality, just as good as anything else that TAG Heuer builds. But with a quartz movement, a simple three-hand system with just a date, and you get so much watch for the money. So as I was saying before, the MSRP on this used to be about $1,750. On the secondary market, you know, in good condition, full set, these go for around $1,000. And, you know, that's a lot of money, of course, for any watch. It's a lot of money for a quartz watch. But I think it's just really money well spent. I mean, if you are looking for your first good Swiss watch, an Aquaracer with a quartz movement, I mean, I think you could do a lot worse than that. I think it's just so well made, and the watch is just, it's always going to be in style. You know, it always is going to be something that you can put on, and it's not too flashy, you know, or it's not too colorful, but it is stylish, and it's very noticeable and eye-catching on the wrist. As a brand, I think TAG Heuer is the brand to start off with, and that's what I would tell people. And I've kind of been on that hill for a while now. Actually, it's just they have like brand recognition, which I think is really important. Look, if you're spending $1,000 on a watch, I think branding and brand recognition is important, especially if it's going to be your one watch or your one good watch or your good go anywhere, do anything watch. I think there's nothing wrong with focusing on branding and brand. And, you know, everybody knows Rolex, but I would say, you know, after Rolex, I think TAG Heuer is probably, you know, right up there with any other brand in terms of brands people identify with as good watch brands. It's kind of in the lay public. I mean, nobody is going to, like if somebody asks you, hey, what watch is that? And you say Nomos, or you say even something like Audemars Piguet or Longines, nobody is going to know that unless they know watches a little bit. But, you know, if you're out with somebody, if you're out on a date or something, and, you know, the person sitting across from you kind of notices your watch and says, "Hey, what watch is that?" "Oh, hey, oh, this is a this is just a TAG Heuer, this whole thing," and then you kind of take it off, show it to them. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's okay for you to be into the brand. I mean, I certainly am. I mean, I love TAG Heuer. You know, check out my review of that Monaco I have. Adore that watch. Love that watch. Love the brand. Love everything it stands for. And I really think they're going in a good new direction. So this is the TAG Heuer Aquaracer in quartz. It's a super cool watch. Really well made. Really well done. And at this entry level, in the Aquaracer line, I think they're getting away from quartz and they're going to go to that solar quartz movement. Awesome, no doubt. But man, that's a $3,000 watch. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's about double what this watch MSRP'd for. And I'm telling you, you can get this at a third that price. I like this watch compared to that one, especially at those prices. Thankfully, the F1 line, I love that line. The F1 line from TAG Heuer, awesome, highly recommend. Please check out my videos talking about a pair of F1s that I've had in my collection. Both quartz, both awesome. But that may be where you can find high-value quartz watches, Swiss-made, from TAG Heuer in the future. Guys, I hope you like this video. I hope you like the content I make. You know, I try to make it a little bit informative, but more than that, a little bit entertaining for you. And I try hard to show you all the watches in a way that is natural, because I feel like that's like really important. That's something that I wish more videos did, so I try to do that in my videos. Anyway, this is the TAG Heuer Aquaracer in quartz. Awesome watch. Please check it out, and I look forward to make some more content for y'all real soon. Okay, guys? Take care. Bye.